We are live at Archery World in Lacey, Washington. We are here at the Youth Archery Target League, and I believe they have just finished up their first scoring end. So the way this youth league is set up, let's just kind of see. They're going through and scoring right now. But the way this league is set up is each archer shoots 5 arrows from 10 meters. They get one practice end of 5 arrows, then they shoot 3 ends of 5 arrows for score. Then they move back to 15 meters and they do one end of 5 arrows of practice, and then they'll do 3 ends of 5 arrows for score. So they have just finished their first end shooting at 10 meters. So this blue line down to the target, and they shoot 5 arrows. So you can see that some individuals use arrow holders on the floor. Some are going to have quivers on their backs. Some will have quivers on their belts to hold their arrows. But this is the NASP official target. So this target does still have an X ring, a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 is how the scoring goes. And again, 5 arrows each end.
All right, this is Joe joining in with Megan. So if you want to see anyone particular or say hi to anyone that you got here, if you're watching a granddaughter or grandson shoot or anything, just let us know and we'll say hi to them, and you can describe what they're wearing and we'll single them out there and make them say hi back. So this is a great class that Chris Winshoff, he's one of our employees up here, put together, and he has included the compound shooters also, so that everybody gets a chance to shoot. So compound shooters are shooting either a single spot blue face or a 5 spot, whereas all the NASP shooters shooting the Genesis bow are shooting the NASP target. So they're following the same format, just shooting a little bit smaller dot because they have a way to aim with sights rather than just instinctively shooting. So got a bunch of parents and grandparents that bring their kids down, their grandkids down, and introduce them to archery for the first time. A lot of the schools up here in the Northwest run the NASP program in their schools, especially the charter schools. They don't have a hard time getting the boards to approve it. So we wish that more schools in Washington did this, because it's a great way to get kids to focus on something that they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of times it keeps kids motivated, just like any other form of sport. A lot of times it just keeps kids engaged in the academics in order to ensure that they can still participate in archery. I know the last time we were up here, there were a number of parents that told their kids, you can't come to archery practice unless you finish your homework. So I think it's just like any other sport. It's a great way to get and keep kids engaged in their academics while still having something to look forward to.
So that double whistle blast that Chris just did means get your bow, get bow, and that means that line of shooters is going to move to the shooting line at 10 meters and get ready for the next command. And the next command he gives after he knows the line is ready and safe is one whistle blast, which is going to be to shoot.
So, and I believe one of their bows on toes is something that they often say here, and that is a good visual to show that everyone is ready. So they'll say bows on toes, and that lets them know that they are ready to begin shooting. We got parents yelling from the peanut gallery here.
What's neat is you get to see kids that have never shot before, which is a few kids here at this league, but you get to see some that have been shooting a little bit. So the neat thing about having a whole youth league like this is the kids that are discouraged because they're not doing very well, usually one of their peers comes up and says, don't worry, I've started out not shooting very good either, and it encourages them versus like an adult or a parent trying to encourage them to kind of push through that hard time when they're not doing as good as everyone else is that's been doing it a little longer.
Yeah, and I have seen a lot of that here. Is just a lot of that, motivating and encouraging one another. This last time we were here, it's just a great environment, and some of these kids, you can tell that when they're on the line, they're taking it very seriously, which etiquette-wise, they have been instructed and encouraged to do. But when they come off the line, you can tell they're ready to chat and have fun with each other, and it's just great to build new relationships.
We have a new archer here. She's just started, and so I think we loaned her a little left-handed Genesis. She just got a bow that's a little too physically heavy for her right now, so she switched over to a Genesis, but Granddad and Chris, our coach, is working with her to teach her the ropes, and she can't be more than excited. She's not ever disappointed about any of it.
She, the last week she was here, we determined that she was left eye dominant.
Yeah.
So she was not able to close her left eye, and that's what she was aiming with. And what she found is that her arrows were consistently hitting the the other person to her left's target.
Yep.
So she was grouping well, just on the wrong target because she was aiming with that left hand. So this is her first time shooting left-handed. And
so that's going to be a little different for her for sure, but she didn't care. She just wanted to come back and do it again.
She was excited to be here for sure.
Well, that last 3 whistle blasts means the line is clear. You can go down range and we'll score your arrows. So they're doing that right now too. So let's go interview some of these young men and women and see how they're doing. Well, who do we have here?
Miss Claudia.
Oh, that's Claudia.
Yeah, so Claudia has won the last couple of weeks here at the Youth League. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Claudia, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I started in 5th grade and then I stopped, and it was Doug found out that his coworker, which is my mom, her daughter did archery, and he was like, "Get her in here!" And that was about November of 2022, so just over a year, and I enjoy it quite a lot. It is a lot of fun.
That's great. So Doug Duvall is who got you back motivated into shooting archery, huh?
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're glad it gets you to bed a little bit earlier than the Tuesday night leagues, which were keeping you up late. For what time did you say you got up for school?
5 a.m. So
Ooh,
very early.
That's rough.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, those leagues on Tuesday night, although they're fun, they do sometimes go till like 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
right? All right. So we've got this young gentleman has been shooting a PSE compound, right?
Yep. Oh, so
Dominator Duo.
custom hat.
Oh, he's got a straight out of arrows hat, looking good. And how long again have you been shooting that Dominator Duo?
I've been shooting the Dom Duo for about a year now, but I had a PSC laser before that for about a year.
Awesome. And which bow do you like better?
Dominator Duo.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here.
All right, so they're going down scoring. Let's see.
We can keep our eyes on them. Megan doesn't love being on the camera.
Oh, young Megan. No.
No, I said.
Oh. Yeah.
The public doesn't need to see Megan as much as they
Gotcha.
need to see these lovely
Right.
youth. Yeah. It was a good round. It was a good round? Awesome. All right. How many do you have? 5. All right. 5. Okay,
I think
so
sometimes you see them pull their arrows out and drop them on the ground. I think some of the coaches at some of the schools teach that because they're safer on the ground than little pixie up sticks in their hands, swinging around wire by all the other youth are trying to pull their arrows. So I think it's just a safety thing that's kind of just the culture of some of the
Yeah.
clubs. And then the NASP program itself on bows on, with your bows on the toes and not having an arrow on the bow while someone's on the line, that is not something that's normal at most of the shops and leagues that you shoot, but in the NASP program it is very normal because they're trying to teach safety first, always. And then as people graduate from that and they're ready to shoot at different leagues, they can do that as well.
So Joe, I wanted you to see if you could kind of focus in on some of these Genesis bows. So these Genesis bows, you can customize them.
They do some funky stuff.
Yeah, with different colored cams here, idler wheels. You can change the color of limbs. This one, I swear, I think he's got every
color.
Every color.
Top limbs are green, camo cams, red limbs on the bottom, white handle,
A turquoise
visor,
and then Seahawk blue and green strings.
So
It's
got
awesome.
Everything on that.
So, and these bows are just so great because anyone can shoot these bows. They don't have most of them, I should say, do not have a specific draw length set. Is that, and so you can pull it back. Yeah, it's 20 pounds max. You can pull it back to your anchor point. So it's very versatile. So anyone, from this little Macy here to someone who's, 6'5" can draw this bow back and still shoot it. And so it's just a super fun, versatile bow for, either the family to share or, for a kid's birthday or Christmas present. Now, when you get to these individuals on the far right here, in the true compound.
Back the cam stops at a certain spot, and if they're pulling back 40 pounds, let's say, the let off is 80% in most of the cases on these bows, so they may be only holding 20%, about 8 pounds left on that bow. So they're only holding 8 pounds back, whereas the Genesis bow, The maximum weight that those come is 20 pounds, but it's a continual draw curve. So no matter how far they pull it back, it's 20 pounds. So it never lets off from 20 pounds, and they're not allowed to use sights on it either, so they can't aim, and they have to use it with fingers versus a mechanical release. So the genre is just two totally different genres. You're still shooting arrows, but one is much more difficult than the other. That's why we separate the compounds from the Genesis, from the
Sure.
NAS program.
In Genesis NAS program, you have to use fingers only. But the other thing that's so interesting about the Genesis bows is it does still have the opportunity to attach sights if you wanted. You could attach a rest on there if you wanted, and
Yeah.
you could use a mechanical release, just not in the NAS program, right? So it is something that you could still grow with a little bit until maybe you were ready to upgrade to a full-on compound.
Oh, sure. Well, and then we've always dubbed the Genesis bow as a picnic bow. So if everyone's the same handed, if everyone's right-handed at the picnic, then they can all shoot that bow that show up because it can be shared. Since there's no sights and it has a continual draw curve, everyone that picks it up, whether they're 5'2" or if they're 6'2", can pull that bow back, and it's still 20 pounds, and they're still shooting arrows. So it's a really easy bow to learn on. We've had a lot of customers that buy that bow that have had shoulder surgery
That's right.
or open heart surgery that
That's
start
right.
training with that bow, and it builds them back up
Yep,
as well.
strokes.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people have tried, the chew strap method, started with the lower poundage.
Doug Duvall that we mentioned earlier, he shoots with the chew strap. He's a
Yeah.
wounded veteran, and he's trying to make the
So let's look at these
Paralympic team.
targets here. All right. Woo-wee. Some looking good here. Whoa. There's some smacking of arrows, if you will, on that target. Do you guys like each other? Are you friends? Did you mean to do that to each other's arrows? That is pretty good. That's a good group. We got 4 arrows in this little area. So
Yep.
good shooting, guys.
and they're going to take turns.
So do you know what it's called when you split an arrow?
No, I don't.
It's called a Robin Hood. Here, tell the YouTube what it's called now that you know.
To split an arrow, it's called a Robin Hood.
Yes. Well done.
They're shooting great.
Look at that. Okay. Excellent. So my question to you, that's some good shooting.
Thank you.
All 5 in the yellow? That one on the right, did it catch, you think?
Yeah.
It caught. So all 5 of your arrows in the yellow. Excellent shooting. And one is an X.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And what
Is
school?
there, you shoot NAFs at your school? What school are you from?
I'm from Griffin Elementary.
Griffin Elementary. Excellent. You guys have a pretty big program, don't you?
Yeah.
Any idea how many kiddos?
40 maybe?
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah, it
I
seems
knew
like
it was
there's
in the
a
high 30s,
decent
but-
amount.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you want to say hi to on the YouTube? The world.
Yeah, say hi to the world.
Just say hi to the world.
Hi.
Awesome. Well, it looks like you can go pull your arrows now. Okay, is there anyone that you want to say hi to on the YouTube?
I would like to say hi to my Nana, my dad, my sister, my grandpa and grandma, and my mom, and Julie, and Aunt Judy, and
You think they're all watching?
maybe.
That's pretty
If
awesome.
not,
How long have you
now
been doing
maybe
A
archery?
couple months, maybe like a year, 2 months.
2 months to a year. That's pretty close. Well, that's awesome. You're enjoying it? Mm-hmm. Good. Well, we're glad you're here.
I started archery in school, and then I got really into it, so.
Cool. And what school are you from?
I was at Hanson first, and then Marshall, and now at Marshall, so.
She had a question.
Excellent. Marshall. That's great. Is that a middle school?
Marshall Middle.
Marshall Middle. Okay.
He's from Marshall Middle School?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks for chatting. I bet your family's thrilled to see you. Are they from here or they live elsewhere?
From Olympia, yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Okay, well, go shoot well. You're
So now
moving
they're
back to 15 meters.
So as they move back to 15 meters, the compound shooters are going to flip their targets, meaning if they started on the bottom, they're going to shift them to the top and vice versa for the other. I'm going to help this young man pull his arrow. Oh, it came out. Is that tip loose on there? Yeah, that's why it got caught. Cool. You need to change the target still. Awesome. Oh, I talked to your dad today, I think, about arrows, didn't we? Look good?
All right, so they have moved back to
All right,
the 15.
on the line. And, oops, I accidentally stepped on Megan's toes.
$15 meters. So what you may have noticed, I stepped away from Joe for a bit. I don't know if you mentioned that at the halfway mark, then they often move targets from top to bottom in a normal target league or archery competition. So all those compound shooters were still shooting originally on the bottom at 10 meters. And now that they're at the halfway mark, they have moved their targets to the top. So this is their first practice end at 15 meters. This gives them an opportunity to kind of get re-sighted in and determine where they need to aim for 15 meters. So this is Chris here. Chris is our instructor here at Archery World Lacey and created this league. You can see his eyes are wandering because he is ensuring the safety of the range as we talk to him. So Chris, what made you decide to put this league together?
I just wanted to give the youth more of an opportunity to shoot. A lot of the NASP kids that are here for the National Archery in School program, they only get to shoot like maybe once or twice a week. This gives them an opportunity to shoot more in a league or a tournament style so that they can get them ready when they want to go shoot for state championship or the Western Nationals. And then for our compounders, just more opportunity for youth to shoot and among their peers and get to make friends and shoot amongst each other and have a good time.
Awesome. Well, it's amazing the amount of youth that have come out, and I know that the focus that Chris has put on the youth program here in Lacey is just going to help to grow the sport and grow the camaraderie between these youngsters. So. All right, so we got some others. See, this is them having the fun that we know that they can have. Is there anyone you guys want to say hi to on the YouTube?
No. Not really.
Oh. Okay, how long you been shooting?
2 years.
2 years.
4 years.
4 years?
A few months.
Okay. And what school do you shoot for?
Griffin School. Marshall.
Ooh, so is there a rivalry between Griffin and Marshall? No. Do you guys ever compete, the two schools?
Not in archery, but in volleyball.
Yeah, but Marshall doesn't actually have like an archery club. It's just during like PE.
Oh, you do it during PE.
Well, time to get
That's rad. Okay, Marshall has it during PE. Okay. So that was their first practice in there at 15 meters. So they're going to shoot 3 more ins from 15 meters. And so here's some of the compounds, right? They're looking a little bit more, I don't know if the word would be sophisticated.
Well, for sure. I mean, you've got, compound bows, there's an inherent cost difference just from starting up to, but if a person gets addicted to it like any other sport, there's no, the high end of any sport is thousands of dollars that you can spend if you want to and chase the dream, right?
Right.
In this case, like this Dominator duo and the Elite that Claudia's shooting, those are probably the last bows they'll need unless they just want the newest, latest thing because they're already tall and strong enough to pull an adult bow, a target bow anyway. So,
Absolutely.
So the investment is just like anything else. You can go kart race, you can do whatever, and I suppose archery in that perspective is a lot less expensive than like go-kart racing or even playing some sports like baseball and stuff.
Right, if you're on a travel team with baseball, it can be pretty expensive.
Yeah, so it's all relative. So it's just another way to enjoy a pastime and leisure. And I mean, obviously, you see what can happen with the youth. I mean, Bodie Turner shoots out of here, and if you don't know who Bodie Turner is, look him up. He just won a prestigious shoot on the East Coast in Pennsylvania called the Lancaster Classic for the second year in a row, and he won another prestigious shoot last year.
2 years ago in
2
2022.
years ago,
Yeah.
2022.
And see if that's somebody's arrow.
But he's 16 now, and so
He turned 17 last week.
he turned 17 last week. So now he's becoming an old guy in the sport, I guess. But there's not many youth that can compete at a world level, and he does. So this is just inspires more youth to do that. So
Well, and the thing that's just so great is that, I mean, Bodie is kind of an anomaly, but there are so many tournaments that, all youth can participate in, whether they're shooting this NASP Genesis bow or whether they're in a full compound with movable sights. Maybe they want to shoot a recurve, a bare bow like I do. So there's just a lot of options for these youth. And like we said, Bodie is an anomaly, so not everyone's going to end up being quite as good as he is.
no.
But in our own, really, archery is awesome because you're just really competing with yourself and just trying to improve your own skills.
Right.
As you practice and put the time in.
And so, and now I want to highlight Megan, the young lady that was shooting the left-handed bow that Granddad's helping her with.
Oh, Macy.
Or Macy, rather.
Yeah.
So they've moved her to about 5 yards right now, so she can get used to that bow. It's a smart move, so that she's not going to be frustrated, and it can teach her how to aim that bow.
Absolutely.
This is just a loaner for the night because she's going to be working into the bow that she's got, which is a compound bow with sights. So she won't need to learn how to shoot a Genesis, just how to shoot archery, and it's going to be big. Oh, I see you. It looks like
Excited.
A good shot.
We got to see
On paper downrange, so let's see. Let's catch her.
Let's see what
I see
what the excitement is. We do. We need to interview. What just happened? You came off the line very
Your
excited.
jaw was on the floor, so we had to follow.
I did really not the. I got a white and a couple yellows and reds.
So it wasn't a good O, it was a bad O?
It was a bad O. On the 10 meter, it was a good O, but.
Hey, it happens, right?
Yeah.
And it's still fun.
Yeah, it's still really fun.
But we weren't sure if it was like a really good end but the fact that you came off smiling on a really bad end is pretty awesome.
It was still really, really fun. To be honest, it was kind of funny how I did.
What school do you shoot at? Do you shoot at?
I shoot at Griffin.
Awesome. Another Griffin girl. We love it. Peyton.
Over here, my partner.
Okay. Peyton.
Got a call out.
We got a call out. We need some serious good shooting. Oh, Peyton. Let's see what happened here. Whoa.
Whoa.
Peyton.
No, I think you got a 47. You got a 47. And an 8. Yeah, that's a 47.
That's pretty good. Peyton. So tell me, do you have an app that you use? What is it called?
NASP portal. So you download it, and then you can look up all the competitions you've been to and stuff. And it shows you your score and how you've improved.
Wow, that's pretty rad. So
Does
that's
your coach get to see that too?
Well, everyone has it on their phone at school, so.
Oh, gotcha. So they can see you on how you did here too?
Yeah.
That's cool.
and so you can log in all of your league nights and any competitions you go
It all
to.
goes in a practice score, like a practice score round, and then when you get to competition, it shows what competitions you went to and what your score was. So it's pretty cool.
That is really cool. So other kids can kind of see what their competition's going to look like?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this was an exceptional round at 15 meters, I would say. I don't know. Did you get?
47, yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
At 15 meters with the Genesis bow, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good shooting, Peyton. All right. We've got Robin Hood here. Hello.
I normally am not allowed to use this, but since I don't have anyone next to me, it's fine.
Oh, gotcha. Because of the line.
Yeah,
Okay. Excellent. Well, let's see. Here's someone that I think we need to interview. Tell me your name.
My name's Everett.
Everett.
Yeah.
And Everett, you shoot a compound bow?
Yeah.
How long have you been shooting?
4 years.
4 years? That is awesome. What got you into archery?
I don't really know.
You just started doing it one day?
One Christmas I just got a bow, and then I just really liked it.
And does anyone in your family do archery?
Yeah, my dad. And my brother is learning it.
He is. Is he younger than you?
Yeah, he's 6.
And he's learning archery too.
Yeah.
Are you teaching him your mad skills?
No.
Are you keeping them all to yourself?
Yeah. It's just daddy.
Dad teaches him?
Yeah.
Oh, there's still some competition there between you and him?
Oh yeah, we did I think I did a competition against my dad.
Okay. And did you win?
No.
Shucks. Okay, well, it looks like you shot very well here this end for your first end at 15 meters, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Everett, it was great talking to you. Is there anyone you want to say hi to on the YouTube?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, keep shooting good.
Okay.
Those two. I thought
We got Bigfoot over here. We do that for some of our indoor 3D leagues, so we put a target behind there and have some trick shots sometimes.
I know my parents are watching on that bad.
Lacey here. Let me go see if I can get him. Macy believes her parents are watching her on that bad boy right now.
Yeah, they're totally
Watching you?
Yeah, my papa just showed me. Yeah, they just showed me.
Okay, is that awesome?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And are you super excited that you're shooting at that 5 yards now?
Yes.
As you get comfortable shooting left-handed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you better go shoot. Now
Okay.
walk, remember. Okay.
We'll watch.
Let's go see. She has so much personality. It's just fun.
And that is what Chris was saying, was the bows on toes. So he's making sure everybody's there, quiet, listening to his next command, and then they can load an arrow and put an arrow on the string and then start shooting after the single whistle blast. If you come in and you're shooting a normal league at any shop, normally what will happen is you can go ahead and be standing on the line when the range is hot, and you can have an arrow on the string and you're
That's
ready
right.
to go. So so at some point the youth expose themselves to that too, and a lot of them start shooting the regular leagues.
Boom.
But Lacey's tearing it up right now.
Yeah, so it just teaches good line etiquette. It teaches good safety, ensuring everybody's ready.
Now she's getting it. Oh yeah. Yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
money.
She's getting it now. And it's a brand new bow to her, just 30 minutes or 40 minutes ago. So
That's
it was
right.
hard for her to figure out, shoot the fingers and everything. So it'll just take a little time for everybody. Ooh, it's a good shot. Just got one more. And if you're watching as a parent or a grandparent, the one thing that's hard for some people to understand is when you're doing an accuracy sport like archery or shooting a rifle or pistol, or, competition style, you have to suppress adrenaline. And these kids get nervous, they move around, get jitters, and
Oh,
sometimes.
for sure.
But this is when they learn to do this, and they learn to close that loop, because this is a closed loop type of shooting. Then it really helps them with all the other struggles that they go through too.
Yeah, it helps them to process, obviously, that adrenaline or different emotions that they may come across throughout their life.
Right.
And just like we've seen here, today, you've seen someone who came off the line and was kind of chuckling, and she didn't shoot her best, but she was still had a smile on her face. And then you'll see, some that you can tell after their shot that they're frustrated, because it didn't go exactly where they had wanted. But they have to learn to manage that so that they can get back into their shot for the next arrow.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and that's what we like about it is it's not everybody can do it on the Wii or on a computer game, but when you come out here and you actually do something physical like this and gives them a chance to talk to each other. I mean, look at them. I mean, they don't even, if they're having fun, they don't care how they do as much. That comes, so they don't have to stress that.
That's right.
They're just enjoying being together, talking about good shots, talking about bad shots, and being part of the crowd that they all want to be part of,
That's right. So that was their second scoring end at the 15 meters. So they just have one more scoring end. At that point, I think Chris then tallies up the scores, and then they'll announce their winners for the week. Chris also does
tokens.
A fun thing, tokens, and
let's get him to explain that in a minute. When
he gives out tokens for those who just come to shoot, gives out tokens for those who are win that evening in both divisions, and he sounds like there's some other fun things that he does.
Well, and at the end on that last week, there's prizes, so the more tokens you get, the better chance you get to win a prize. So we'll get him to explain that too.
That sounds good.
Getting
Lacey had 5 scoring arrows here.
Oh, she's getting a dance.
5 scoring arrows.
Dance ready, Macy? Okay.
Okay. How do you feel about 5 scoring arrows?
So fantastic, she said.
So you do notice, actually, the care that she takes when she's pulling those out. So she has one hand that goes against the target, and then she grabs those arrows really close up to the target so that she can maintain some good control on them instead of them just flailing out of the target when she pulls them out. That's awesome. Savannah, thanks we'll let her know.
Is your mom's name Savannah?
Yes.
She is watching and she said she's so proud.
This is going to be the last end, your last 5 arrows. Make them count. A lot of you, if you don't know, so the NAS, you got 2 minutes, right? Some of you are shooting your arrows in about a minute to 10 seconds on average, right? You've got 10 minutes. Some people are shooting their arrows in like 50 seconds. So I don't want to change anybody. I'm not here to coach, but I don't want to change anybody. But if you do slow down, right, unless it's your habit to shoot that fast, you probably will improve your score. All right? All right, since this is our last end, once again, I don't know who's in the pro shop, but let's make them know that we're out here shooting. So this time, when I go 1, 2, 3, we're going to yell out Archery World. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Here we go.
Uh-oh, I see a wave coming in the crowd.
Oh, man.
We scared everybody in the pro shop. Okay, remember bow on the toe. That way I know everybody's ready.
Oh.
So we've been pretty lucky as Archery World because we have a lot of customers that donate stuff to our youth programs to begin with. And although the NASP, the National Archery in the Schools program, isn't our particular program, they want to donate to get youth started. So what we do is we'll turn those funds or a used bow over. And if it's something the youth can't use, we'll sell it for them and put that money towards, quivers or towards arrows or something like that. Maybe custom strings to a kid's bow too, if they're not in a program already that has that support. A lot of the schools have to have boosters for this type of program, right? They don't have money allocated necessarily for it, but Washington State has money allocated for it. So if they're in a National Archery in Schools program, the state is funded through that organization. So they distribute those funds out to the schools that are involved, and then that helps a little bit with the equipment, the maintenance, the targets, the things that they have to use. And in a lot of cases, try to do everything that we can to get them going with it too. Down in our Vancouver shop where it was first started for us, we didn't have a lot of NASP programs, but we had a lot of people that wanted to shoot the Genesis bows in their schools. So a lot of charter schools used us to get going, and then they learned about the NASP program and started doing that too. So up here near the Sound and just south of Tacoma, it's made a pretty big difference to have one school that stands up and says we want to do this, because the next school, it's easy for their administration to say, look, it's working. Their schools and of the kids that are involved with it, their grades are better, their focus is better, their participation is better, and that's been pretty neat.
And it shows proven results, which helps to then get it into other schools.
Well, I'm definitely not an expert on NASP, but I can tell you that when it started about 25 years ago or so, I don't recall the exact date, that it was primarily an East Coast organization, and they noticed immediately within the first 5 years they had statistics on talking about rising grades and things that made a huge difference. So that's been a big plus. Well, I don't recall if we were, I don't think we were live yet, but Chris was announcing next week he's going to double up the coupons that he normally gives out.
No, not double.
Yeah, he's going to double them up.
No, not double. No, not double. He's giving out
12 per person?
12 per person just for showing
Gotcha.
up.
All right.
So normally I believe they get one token.
Oh, so they're getting 12 per person.
Yes.
So that's going to be cool. And he said if they came into practice between 5 and 6, which is their practice hour before the league,
That's right.
They don't get charged for that, but he's going to have a bunch of blow-up balloons so they can shoot that. And everybody freaked out, and all of the parents
Who
were
doesn't
told by their
love
kid.
shooting balloons?
Yeah.
So
all the parents told or all the kids told the parents that we got to be here at 5
here early.
So you know what that means. It just means they're going to listen a little more in school. They're going to listen a little more at home. So I think it's a win-win here because they want to be here. So now it's definitely the carrot on the stick.
Well, so they're just going to finish up here with the scoring, and we'll see if as they finish that, then they'll announce, like I said,
we'll have the winners.
Places in the top 3 finishers, I believe, in the NASP category, and then they'll have the top 3 finishers in the compound category.
And if you place, you get extra tokens again, right?
I think so.
I think they get tokens for showing up to shoot, but then they get tokens for excelling at it too. So it's a big push for everybody.
And I believe there was something that was donated. I believe and you may have to correct me if I'm wrong, if it was a bow but they're going to do an essay that they need to write in order to be
that's
entered
right.
for the essay. So
This is something we'll follow up with Chris on how
yeah.
the tokens and what the essay's about. That if they're serious, they're gonna, write this up. And Chris has, it's more than just show up and shoot. He wanted to, he's a retired Lacey police officer. Him and I have talked for a couple of years on how to get more youth involved in the sport and getting them outside and doing something rather than sitting inside. And then just have them, help them get ready for life, almost like a mentor, So Chris is a great example of that.
A great mentor, very positive, enthusiastic. So he just let them know if they were shooting the compound in the 5-spot or the single spot, they can take their targets home with them. Some of them, a lot of times it might be their best looking target they've ever shot. And so I know a lot of kids will hang that up on the wall with their score for the night and give them motivation for something to aim for, no pun intended, next week, and see if they can't outdo their previous score. So it's always a fun thing. The NAS targets are a nice material. They're reusable, so they'll shoot those multiple. We have someone that's not as excited as she was last week. She's doing her fake pout.
Well, now let's see. We can find maybe a couple of parents. Well, I think Chris is back, and I think he's ready he's looking for his tokens, I think.
Looking for his tokens.
See if we can steal him for a second, too, to ask him a couple of questions. Watching Megan do a little bit of running man. She's the intermission. We don't have a we'll be right back, so Megan's going to do the running man until Chris is ready.
All right.
All right. So the kids
It's
are putting
clearing
their
out
bows away.
quick. Putting their boats away,
All right, here it
waiting to hear. He said, "Come to Archery World. It's fun."
Get all the archers up here.
Okay, everybody up here. All right, to start off with, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out again tonight to shoot youth. This is a lot of fun for me. I enjoy watching you guys shoot. I hope you guys are having fun also. If you know somebody that's been in here the last couple weeks for league and they didn't show up tonight, maybe you can remind them that next week you're going to get 12 tokens for showing up. All right, and remember, we're going to have, for practice, we're going to have balloon blast, probably set up somewhere between 5 to a quarter till, somewhere in there when you come in practice. So if you want to come in early next week and practice before the shoot, we're going to be shooting at balloons. All right? All right, so Ryan is tallying up real quick, and we'll announce who the winners are. Okay. All right, so for compound, we have Claudia with a 285. Claudia, here's your 8 tokens. We have second place, Sheldon with a 263. Good job, guys. I love the sportsmanship. All right. Levi, or as Ryan likes to call you, Little Perm. Don't turn. 259. All right, our NASP shooters. We have Amelia at 261. Where's Amelia? Oh, there you go, 261. Good job. Okay, we have Peyton at 246. Okay, and in third place we have Piper with 239. All right, remember to fill these out, the part with your name on it and your telephone number, and put them in the token box over there. So we will be back next Monday at the same time, and I'm going to read off the rest of the scores here, okay? So I might repeat some. You ready? If you're interested in your score, here they are. Claudia. Oh, hang on a second. Before I do that, the winners, get with Joe and Megan. They need to take your picture so that we can put it on our social media that you won this week. Okay? We got first, second, and third. All right. So Claudia, 285. Sheldon, 263. Amelia, 261. Levi, 259. Xander, 256. Peyton Schmidt, 246. Ethan, 246. Piper, 239. Peyton Armstrong, 232. Willa, 231. Rowan, 222. Everett, 192. Andrew, 183. Jethro, 181. Rusher, 174. Cody, 164. Anna, 124. Michael, 107. And Macy, 98. All right. Good job, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Did we get our tickets for the...
You should have.
I haven't got a ticket yet.
The single one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot one.
You should have gotten one when you checked in, but you might not have. So, yep.
It's hard that we can contact you about lessons.
Yeah.
Andrew just said to me tonight he doesn't know how to aid you.
Yeah, I think he's doing quite good then, doesn't he?
I think so. I think so.
Now we know what you can work on during lessons.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
who else?
So, Joe, so you know, did you not get your token for?
No, she did.
Oh, she did? Okay. All right, so I think that was everybody.
What are these?
The other ones you can just throw away. Okay, just so you know, tomorrow night, Tuesdays and Thursdays, group lessons.
Okay.
No more than 14 people in the group,
Okay.
right? It's a level 1 starting, which would be perfect for them. And so on Tuesday nights, it's from 5 to 6, right, for 4 weeks, $80.
Okay.
Thursday night is from 5:30 to 6:30, $80 for 4 weeks.
Okay.
So if that works with those times, I have spaces available.
Okay.
And what we can do is I can give you a card and you can go online and sign up tonight if you'd like.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, I do private lessons, and private lessons are a little bit more. They're $60 an hour, but I'll do up to 2 people for that $60.
Okay.
And that, it's just you and me figuring out what works best for our schedule.
Okay. Okay.
We might have to go with that for
Private.
what? He has lacrosse on Tuesday.
Okay.
You know what?
I know what to say. Make sure to like and subscribe.
That is so right. Say it again.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you. Perfect. And I can take that.
Oh, you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
I know just where it goes.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Yes. We'll get
Thank you.
that strength built up.
Yeah.
We'll get your strength built up, huh? It's just new. It's just new. You did great with this.
All right, we're gonna catch Chris in one more second, just so we can talk about. No, I don't think we're gonna be able to. We won't have time to do that tonight. So we appreciate you guys watching, learning a little bit about what our youth league is like here in Lacey, Washington, at Archery World, and hopefully you guys, if you're watching from another location and you want to try to get information about this, feel free to reach out to us. It's joe@archeryworld.net. We'll try to walk you through what we did to get this started, and in different areas, like in the Treasure Valley, for instance, in Idaho, they're really big into S3DA. So there's a big group over there at Nampa Bow Chiefs. They have a youth program like this as well. I know we have talked in Twin Falls at Advantage Archery about their youth league too. So hopefully we can help them get that going as well. And love to see it going. That's the future of the sport. Thanks again for tuning in. We're going to close off now.